Well, good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you to Don's Bargain Basement 10 radio, old vintage radio haul, I guess you could call it. An acquisition of 10 units that happened from a town near me Saturday morning, and that's quite a pile of receivers. All except one are AM only. The bottom right one is AM FM, and that's a very special one. So I thought I would introduce you to the radios and give you an idea of which ones I'm liable to want to restore. Bottom left is a Stromberg Carlson model T761. It's a wonderful old radio. I've had this before. In fact, I do have another version of that somebody removed from the Bakelite case and put into a wooden construct with a much bigger speaker. I liked the sound of it. It was absolutely amazing with a 6x9 speaker installed. It has an RF tube, so it makes it a 6-tube AA5 or AA6, I guess. It's untuned, but it does make it a bit more sensitive than average. It's all octal tubes, like 50 L6 and 35 Z5 and that kind of situation. The next one is a Motorola, and as far as, let's see, is that the one with the, yes, that one is 6-tube as well, and the model number is MK-66X, and it looks like it's a tuned RF. So there are 6 tubes in that one as well. Then the next one is a Zenith model C845L, and that one is a darling. I believe that's 1954. It has a woofer and a tweeter. I'm not sure, I think it's 7 tubes, but it is AM FM with FM AFC. And the most amazing thing about this is the sound that Zenith managed to squeeze out of a simple single-ended 50C5 audio output tube. It's absolutely amazing. It's hi-fi quality. The output transformer is massive for this kind of radio, and with judicious use of negative feedback, it brings up the qualities of the sound of it. It's something fierce. It also, based on the one that I had previously, and unfortunately I sold, this one I will not sell, period. The sensitivity rivaled stereo tuners of modern era times, solid state ones, received very distant, difficult stations with ease. Very impressed with that. So then we move over to the left side again, and that would be an RCA, 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, RCA model 1X54. I don't really know what's going on inside that. Somebody painted it a dark forest green. I had thought that that was the original factory finish, but when I turned it upside down, I saw there was overspray on the tube layout guide, so I know that somebody had sprayed it. They did a very good job of it, and I'd like to keep that color, but we'll see. Next to that is a Westinghouse model C817-3020, 3020. Don't know much about that. My criteria for keeping or restoring a radio is basically something spectacular about the chassis, quality sound, AM, FM, or something interesting about the case. None of these are extraordinarily unusual in their case designs, but I may end up restoring half of them. So next to that RCA, no, next to the Westinghouse, is a Northern Electric Baby Champ. And it's not anything special, it's just a square box there. I think it's just an AA5 set. We'll see. I've got lots of small parts like capacitors, resistors that I could virtually restore all of them. But I would like to have a couple of donor units for tubes and possibly IF transformers. So then we move over back to the left side. At the top we have a Filco Transitone Model 140. It uses Loctals. I'm not sure if it's exclusively Loctals or whether it's a mix of Loctal and Octal 8-pin tubes. We'll see when we get to it. It's not an overly impressive radio. I've had one of these cross my path before. And next to that is a GE Museophonic C421. And it has an unusual case. It's missing its two knobs, but I can probably dig up some that will fit that. Because of the unusual style of the case, I will probably try and restore that. And last on the right is an RCA Little Master 111A. Again, pardon me, I'm getting backlit in my video, which isn't good. The day's not very bright out there, but it's glaring back on the radio. It's got the volume, on-off volume at the side and the tunings at the front. It's not spectacular, but it will do. And that's 9. I had said 10, didn't I? Well, follow me and we'll go around the corner and see this poor little fella. This is an Electrohome. If I can back up a bit and show this. It's probably just 5 tube. There's no model number on it. The decal at the bottom has been removed, but this will definitely, most likely, I would say, be a donor radio because there is heat damage and cracking from either the output tube or the rectifier in that corner. Probably the unit was stuffed into a corner with little access for air to help cool it, but at any rate, the cabinet's not really salvageable, so we will just take it to bits or leave it as is and steal parts from it as is needed. At this moment, I can't see that there's any real saving grace to having this. And we can just go to the back, and if I can back up to get everything in the shot, actually I won't. There's the RCA, and I've forgotten all the models. There's that beloved Zenith, back of that. And that will probably be the first one that's done. And I shall make a video of that Zenith restoration and show what possible problems I face. So there's the back of all the radios. And unfortunately, one of the ones I really want, that Motorola that has 6 tube and is probably tuned RF. If you can see, there is a healthy chunk off the right side at the rear, and that has also formed a crack that runs along that side. So how I'll fix that, I don't know. I may have to reinforce it, patch it in, and then unfortunately possibly have to paint it. If I can get a plastic loving spray paint in that cream color, then I will do. All right, so that's just the intro. When I picked it up from the fellow, I jokingly said, well, this will keep me busy over the long winter months ahead. And not realizing at the time that we were at the end of end of April and turning into May, so maybe I'll be working this when the weather turns really hot and I don't like to be outside in it. But I will do videos on the Zenith and on any of the other ones over the period of time. But I thought I'd show everybody where I'm at with this. So thanks for watching, and have a good day. Take care.